let's start this off proper
Oh.
and
The reason
unprofessional.
why everybody was muted.
I
I
have
just
no
thought
idea.
everyone else was muted, and I thought it would be funny to join without saying anything in mute.
Well, that's. I didn't think it'd be funny. I just assumed there was a reason, so I just muted myself.
No, I had myself deafened because I play non-copyright music during the opening will be starting soon bit, and well, I don't want to leave the channel because I want you guys to know where we're going to be, but I also don't want them to just be picking up all the chatter while we're not ready yet.
Mine might just be taking a long time to load because, like, I currently don't even see. I don't see Iden's portrait, and I can't see my character in characters.
Huh.
Mine's like acquiring the file list.
Got some pizza where it does not belong. Ah, great.
Oh, portrait's loaded. Maybe my character's there. Nope, not yet.
Ah!
Which actually,
Somebody might need to update.
I updated.
Alright, I'm in.
Alright.
There we go, I'm in as well.
I updated as well.
Sorry for the bit of noise behind me. Family decided to watch a movie. It is pie night after all. Today's gonna be a bit of a
Pie!
interesting time though, I guess.
Yeah.
Glorious pie.
Maybe clear my character so I can select them again.
I'll try that. You were the dwarf, yeah. I was gonna talk about an idea, but it's proving to be difficult because the program that we're playing through is not well devised for this idea. Which was tackling 5th edition's greatest weakness for adding stakes and gradual difficulty. And that was just changing how long rests work. But alas, the program doesn't want me to change it. It's going to make things go 100% restore no matter what.
Yeah, it's fine.
Whenever I hit the button. So...
Look, they say a good night of sleep does wonders, and I guess that's what they mean.
Yeah.
Let's just
I
say
would not know today.
I have...
That might have been a bit insensitive of me to say right now.
No worries on that.
It is very tragic.
Yeah. Just to explain it for anyone listening, I got 0 sleep last night. I am tired.
Could you have gone to sleep at like 10 or something? 10 in the morning?
I tried.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I've had experience like if you can't sleep when it's dark, then it's hard to sleep when it's light.
I have not had that experience actually. I just sleep evaded me.
It's rough. Yeah, I have a different thing where if there is natural light coming in through a window, I cannot go to sleep usually.
I seem to be able to sleep under any conditions except when I want to.
Why is it Sir Cool TV or Slayer?
I don't know. Blame Josh.
Okay.
Oh, this is an
Josh.
old Discord that's being repurposed, so there's a lot of titles or little things that are being rearranged.
I'll just reset it. Oh no, I'm at the top of the list.
But Sir didn't even. Sir was spelled or just SIR dot rather than SR dot. One letter.
Sir is SIR.
Yeah, but it was like the abbreviation SR dot as opposed to SIR dot. Or no, that's
That can also be senior or senor.
Yeah,
Senor,
I realize I was.
¿qué pasó?
Just
¿Qué
ignore me.
pasó?
Pretend I'm not even here.
Nah, te amo, chico.
I can't speak Spanish.
I just said I love you, bud. Don't worry.
Hey, I love you too. No homo.
No,
Just kidding.
kind of, but no, I've got a wife, so I'll shoot down.
I
This
know.
Discord was a little bit. This Discord channel was honestly a bit of like cringe going into it and being like, "Oh my gosh, I built this. Time to undo everything."
I don't know. Why is it
Polyamory
cringe?
like more and more normalized. It'd be
Yes,
pretty cool.
Yo, guys, guess what I got going?
Yeah.
We bought some pineapple Fanta the other day, and I've got my choice mug going on.
Ah.
Oh, nice.
Sponsored. Hashtag wish we were sponsored.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I got my mug.
I
from
don't
Christmas.
have very many platforms to share that this is going, and we are past 7, so might as well get started, eh?
Let's roll it.
Unless there's
Roll
anything
them
else
bones.
anybody wants to share before we start, I'm ready to go.
COVID can go die, so that way we can come back together for realsies. I miss you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't be. We wouldn't be meeting in person for this campaign, or would we?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Probably
Maybe.
not. There are a lot of conveniences in-person has for the game. I'll admit, I'm already running into that grindstone, but
Such.
I think this is gonna stay as an online thing for now. I don't have the
Yeah,
cameras nor
okay.
any other setup tools for a live streamed game.
It'd be amazing. Eventually.
One day.
I think we're gonna go in steps. It's gonna start like this, where people only have the Discord icons to be the identifier, and then, shoot, the overlay is a little broken too. Great.
That's funny. That means I need to get a decent Discord icon. Because, I mean, Josh, it's good. It's something you drew. But
No,
it's also
it's
remember you
bad.
did that 4 years ago.
Old and it's
I don't know.
bad.
Okay.
It's not bad. For 4 years ago, what? 4+ years ago? It's good.
It didn't
But
let
Josh
me.
is.
I've been
What?
thinking of swapping
It
off.
didn't let me plan my character.
Alright, I'll reset the claim. It sometimes just goes a little bit weird and stops
Yeah.
recognizing
What'd you say, Evan?
as the...
I said I've been thinking about swapping off the gay pride Spartan, but I don't know.
I don't.
Dude. Wait, aren't you also married? Like, straight married?
That doesn't mean you can't represent.
No,
gay
I
pride.
know. I know, but it just might send the wrong impression to the viewers.
No, that's fine.
That's their problem.
That's fair. Let's get this straight. Evan's just awesome. That's why.
He gets to do things just for that
There's the
reason.
thing.
Yes.
Hey, welcome to the stream. I'm fixing some technical stuff, but then we're gonna be starting in just a second.
Woot woot.
That should
Are we
fix
dead
it.
yet?
Alright, it was showing your names, and I don't want it showing the names of your profiles
will
just
be.
yet.
Are we dead yet?
We will be
Uh,
soon.
potentially,
yet?
potentially not.
Dude, if Aiden passes away, we're so dead.
No, stop. Ah! I almost fell over. Gosh dang it! I almost fell over my chair twice. I tried
Don't
to do
die,
the
it's bad
exact
for you.
same thing that made me fall over. Why am I like this?
Because what else? What other way is there to be? I feel like I butchered that sentence.
You didn't. You
Okay.
didn't. That's just what sleep deprivation will do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Wait,
Come
who
on.
had the worst sleep deprivation thus far this week?
Hi,
wasn't-
I got 0 sleep last night.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's
Yeah.
very much what I thought.
No way.
What?
No way, what?
Is Fred gonna be joining us for D&D tonight?
Oh,
no. We are
Who's
not
Fred?
using the Fred bot. He treats
Yes.
Fredbot like it's a
Bot.
living person.
I think
Yes.
it's the
Fred-
free one anyways, so it would be pretty poor quality.
Somebody do it in the chat right now.
No.
Yeah.
No, don't do
So,
it.
I mean,
guys. Don't do it.
Well, I did.
Song of your choosing. Go.
I'm already concerned
do it.
about getting DMCA'd because of the stupid copyright-free music And it's copyright free. I shouldn't get in trouble for it, but
Welcome to the internet.
they just had a major change to their approach on music on Twitch, and I'm not interested in getting into that kind of trouble, so it's just boring, empty air and us
Josh,
talking.
here's what you need to do. Either kick the Fred boat from the server, or revoke its voice channel join permissions.
Or you can just make
Revoke
this a
its
channel that
voice.
can't join.
I mean,
Uh,
same thing.
That's kind of
Kind
mean.
of.
I'm gonna ban it.
It's a little mean, don't you
Ban.
think? Oh,
No, no,
Banned.
no. All you do is you make it so he has a role that doesn't
Ban
want to join this
for-
one.
don't.
Unfortunately, that's not how Discord roles work. If
It's how they
any,
used to work.
Trouble.
if any one role allows it to join, it's able to join. You can't have a role that disables a permission.
Yeah. Poopy. Well, that just
Yeah.
means it doesn't have a role.
Alright. So, let's hope I'm not rolling 8s on random tables today.
Oh, jeez.
Concern.
Let's just hope you don't roll anything bad for us for once.
Let's hope I don't have to roll any random tables. Let's get into our game.
Terrifying.
So,
You're just putting it off.
we've done this last time. I'm doing it again. Why don't you guys tell me where we left off?
We're in the base about to get murked. Not really, but we almost died. Wolfchild over there saved our butts on accident, I think. And now we're not dead.
That's
He doesn't
very
know if it's
vague.
an accident or not.
Yeah, and there was like a Marhath dude, like a worshiper.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no, and that's terrifying, beyond
Yeah.
belief.
So, yeah, we tried
There's a
to.
particular detail you're missing, guys.
Yeah, okay.
We may or may not have gotten enlisted in a dark army on accident.
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay.
The part you're
Things
missing
happen.
is
I
We left
feel
off
like
with the
that's all
start
the
of a
unimportant details. But now we're gonna start with an eat contest, and that's the
Yeah,
only thing
there
that
we go.
matters.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot.
forgot about that.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
let everyone else say everything else first because that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Alright.
Look, what's
So
more
I've got a
important?
basic idea of what I'm going to be doing with this.
Selling our souls.
Oh,
I
yeah.
ain't selling my soul nothing.
You assume I have my own soul.
Oh shoot, that map loaded fast. Neat.
Did it load fast? Oh, I'm going to throw it into the chat just to make sure you guys can find it if you want to use it. I tried to build maps. I kid you not, I even tried to build a map of Keizo's Watch, the town that you guys came from. And while I was building it, I realized this will crash someone's computer, or at least the program, if I try sharing this image. So we're probably going to stick mostly to only using maps when combat is involved.
Alright.
Or when I feel it's necessary, like a dungeon crawl.
That's okay.
Sadly, this program does not like
Images
big
very much.
maps regularly being used. And to keep the flow, yeah. So, yes, last we left off, let me go ahead and get this
I was on the box
first
actually.
Okay.
program ready.
I feel like anybody joining might need more details than we got almost died. There's some random dude and we joined a cult.
Kind
I
you
of.
don't feel like
technically-
you do need more detail than that.
I don't think you've technically been indoctrinated into the cult. You're just being hired as
Right.
mercenaries for the cult.
No,
Yeah,
he's
it's kind
kind of
of
yeah.
It's kind of an enemy of my enemy thing.
I don't. We only have the one enemy.
Let's go
No.
ahead and I'm
He
gonna
talked
delete
about
your
scary
empty
stuff.
7th character
Keeps-
TV.
Alright, who is this?
There we go.
Is that?
Just
Did I
another
accidentally make a character, or did something happen?
TV accidentally made a character. All right, let's see if I can unlock the tokens
What?
this time. Can you move your
Yeah.
characters around?
Okay. Oh,
Yay,
yeah.
you're no longer locked in because you're not in combat.
You will not get me with your
Perfect.
black screens.
Dang
All right,
it.
now if I can just clear drawing. There we go.
Aw.
The blob stopped
So
growing
last
finally.
we left off, Jason decided to run laps around the camp.
Needed to get some exercise.
A little winded.
Josh, dumb question
Just
real quick.
running away from.
What's the Twitch stream so I can post it in a different Discord server? 'Cause I
Oh,
think a buddy
right,
might
right.
wanna watch.
It's
Here's the link.
Dark Hearth Games, Twitch.
Good job. Cool, got it. Alex got it.
Cool. We're small, but we are trying to grow.
Hence why I'm like, hey, you should watch me. Alright, I am ready.
I'm
So-
sorry. I couldn't help.
But last we left off, there was a challenge issued through action.
Hey, my token's unlocked.
Yes,
We've been through this.
we have been through this. So, as Bishar,
Can we go over one
issues
thing
this
before we get
challenge.
started?
sure.
Can we just appreciate Josh's art skills for a second? Because
Great! I actually was going to share that. For
Yeah.
those
No,
joining the stream, we do have some new official art from one of our players.
Which is pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool. You gotten a lot better.
Yeah, compare my Discord token, folks, to this. And you see what I mean by it. The 4 years difference is impressive.
Yeah, I gotta open it up in the token space because I don't actually have the picture. All right, that's kind of what it looks like while I look for it. Let me see if I can find him, because I know I made an actual like full-blown image, and I think I shared it in here. No, I did
You
not.
made it.
I can import.
Didn't you make it the
file, though.
thumbnail for the last video, though?
Oh, right.
I did make it the
is.
thumbnail for the last video. Here it is. All right, boom. So
Yeah,
I'll
it's
go
dope.
ahead and just
It's really
share
cool.
that.
Mhm.
I'll
Art-
even share the image item, though it won't load for you guys. No, I'm just gonna show the image on the stream. So that's
So yeah, just do it on the
what
stream.
a half sapphire dragon or a sapphire half dragon might look like, or at least the one in our party.
He's scary.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time
Shiny.
throwing that one together, because trying to emulate sapphire is interesting.
Yes, gemstone. Now make it
Yeah,
a living, breathing
gemstone
material.
dragons, man. Dude, maybe I'll throw an amethyst dragon at you guys at some
Oh,
point.
please don't.
Oh no.
Oh.
Please. Mercy.
Odds
Only
are
if
I'll
you throw
piss it off.
3 more at the dragon while we run away.
All right. So
And
with
I'll
that,
probably end up pissing it off and we'll all die.
back at the abandoned keep of Caver's Fall. Less than a day's journey away from Keizo's watch, the border, we have an eating competition.
To the death.
Alright,
Oh jeez. I
so,
was kidding.
what are the rules you normally work by, Orc?
Whoever eats the most wins.
Alright. I can take you up on that. I'll add a little something if you don't mind.
Hmm.
No regurgitation or you lose.
Pansy.
All right. The half-orc says, not knowing what the word means.
As long as the food stays in your stomach and you eat more than the other one, right?
Right.
Alright. Go ahead and roll a constitution check as you both start snarfing down food. Go ahead.
Con, that's save. Check.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
baby.
All right, you're both snarfing down food. Now, it's the first preliminaries. It's easy to deal with this. You're doing fine. Go ahead and roll another one.
Hey.
Hey.
Nice. You both start getting into some of the salted pork at this point. You've gotten past the flimsy chips and into the thicker meats. And you're both going strong. Still working. The DC goes up. Go ahead and roll again.
There it is. There's our standard luck.
All right. So I'm going to pose a question to you because you did not meet, you did not meet the new DC because it was 15. But you have a choice here. You can choose to choke down the food, at which point I will roll a d20. I will roll a d20 for you to see if you start choking, or you'll just take what I am considering a point of sickened, which will have later ramifications. Or you can forfeit. It's your choice.
No, I'm definitely just keeping the food down. Stuff more in all of the food.
All right.
Don't stop eating.
If
Go,
I
go,
roll
go.
if I roll a 5 or lower, you start choking. Otherwise, you'll just take a point of sickened, which will convert into something else later. Alright, you're not choking.
Cutting
You're
it
not
close there,
choking.
D20.
And you are able to do another round. So the DC goes up by another 5. So now it's basically, well, whoever wins or whoever loses.
You need at least an 18.
You know what? Let's not say a 5. Let's take it up just by a little bit.
The
Oh, it
heck?
doesn't matter either side. That's fail on both sides still.
Yeah.
That's what happens, almighty DM.
So I'm going to roll to see if he chokes. He does not choke. But he is going to just forfeit and cough it up at this point. Do you want to choke or make this a draw?
I know
I'm
Alex,
not giving
and I
up.
know what he's. There it is. There it is.
Alright.
You say I know
There's
Alex.
no reason this character would ever give up on anything.
Oh, come on. Alright. So you get another second, but then you see him. And I've still got the morph on. He coughs up.
Food goes everywhere. The rest of the crowd, ah!
Glad I'm sitting over
The orc's
here.
got a stomach in him!
Sit back.
As you can actually feel tears starting to well up at your eyes as you've basically eaten an entire
They both
pig.
step back.
Claiming victory, I just stand up and let out a wolf's howl.
Ow.
That was impressive.
There's a bit of a silence as he just sits there.
Ugh.
A fine
You won that-
challenger, you are.
You won fair and square. Though I have nothing to offer. No.
Challenges offer enough.
An honorable victory. Well, I think that's going to be all the food for me. He kind of gets up and starts to move a little bit further away. Kind of looks around. He kind of looks... It's kind of obvious that he's kind of being on the alert. He looks toward the open hole in the corner, then toward the doorway.
He seems to be keeping an ear out as well. And then you see him nervously look this way as well, toward the little
Where you
workshop.
steadily see the monk human walking towards.
Alright. Would you like to try and stealth toward it or something?
No, I'm just curious what it is. I was on top of the barrels just a little bit ago, so I'm gonna peek up, and if I can climb up here and just kind of see what's over here.
Okay. You climb up. Okay. You see... Can I duplicate a token? No, I can't duplicate a token.
And I'm not trying to be sneaky by any means. I'm just standing here looking.
Yeah. Oh, there's just so many screams down below. It would be very accurate as long as the things he's working on were actually alive. Alright, let's just... Oh, I can just do that? That's interesting. Tokens. Boom. Let me find this specific token. Boom. So he just has what you can see is the corpse of a man on his table. By this point, he has removed both of the arms, which are set up over here, hanging on top of a box. He has this wicked knife and some book at his side, and then he just drives it into the chest cavity and just starts to tear it open. So there's just this sickening
That's an odd thing to do to a human body.
just kind of sits there. Doesn't seem to even give your notions much attention. He's just, are you interested?
I've done my fair share of looking at corpses. Although that's the first time I've seen somebody plunge a knife into the center after somebody's dead.
Just kind of turns the book he has in his left hand over, thunks the knife into the shoulder just with a solid just kind of taps it, and he's like, you could learn why.
I'm good. I'm already crazy enough with my whole knowing death as I do.
Oh, then, if you wouldn't mind, this is my private space, then. As he then just continues to tear, and he starts to kind of wrestle, takes the bottom side of the knife and whacks the side, and then pulls out the broken rib that he just snapped.
Does it look like he's studying the body at all, or is he just purely... Does it look like he's just purely
He seems to
harvesting
be
things?
searching it.
Weird.
Finding different parts. See him reach in, he pulls out a sack of flesh that's reminiscent of a heart.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't... Again, Way of the Long Death, I've studied death for a long time. Living and not living things. This isn't any squeamish or any... Like, I'm not even squeamish to this or anything. I just kind of... Awkward. Maybe step my way
Just
down
like-
and start heading this way.
Yeah. Last thing you see is he's putting the heart inside a jar that he grabs out of the one of the boxes and seals it and
Okay.
seems to put some kind of paper over it.
Yeah. I'm not moving drastically or anything. I'm just kind of casually walking around, getting a lay of the land. Probably see the stairs in the corner and look at that.
They lead up to the
Anybody
second floor, but you can tell that the second floor is all that's holding up the rest of what once was probably a 3-story structure.
So it seems pretty caved in.
Yeah. This place
All right.
got hit hard. It's
All
a
right.
wonder that this large of a structure's first floor is staying intact.
All right. Well,
But
being
that does
the
speak
a-hole
to
that I
dwarven
am-
make.
That's fair. Dwarves are pretty sweet. Being the a-hole that I am, I waltz back over because I realized I had a question. I'm like, why do you care if people watch?
Oh, it's just most tend to try and lash out. Besides, concentration is important for the arts.
Arcane. Got it. Always thought you guys were weird when it came to death, but, you know. Just steadily
Just
making my way back
continues.
to the camp.
Yeah. He seems to have, at the time that you caught him, was grinding some of the bone into paste.
Okay. Again. So it looks like he's making components, and to me that's a whole weird ball game that I don't even know. I mean, I've studied dead bodies. That doesn't mean I've like ground things into powder and whatnot.
You haven't tried to cast spells with said dead bodies.
No reason to. The only thing that's there is vitality, and as you've seen once, I know how to make that useful to myself. I go back to sitting on my barrels.
Alright. Is anybody else
Probably.
doing anything?
Splaying out on it.
I'm trying to go to sleep.
Probably gonna
Alright.
investigate one of these ashen, shadowy silhouettes.
Alright. You want to make a religion check to identify
I sure
what
could
is
try.
going on here?
I'm very good at that. 13.
Alright. It seems reminiscent of there having been maybe some kind of
Well, I know
fiery
it's
kind of presence.
I know it's like a demon thing already because he mentioned that.
Yeah. Some, to your recollection, some demons are capable of seemingly producing some kind of hellfire that supposedly leaves naught but a shadow after defeated, though typically those are the more dangerous of demonic kind, the larger and more fearsome ones.
Okay.
Which does coincide with the whole fact that this place definitely seems like it got hit by something big. Anybody else? What are you guys doing?
Me, just as I walked by Identh, I whispered to him, "If you want to run, if you wait to run, I may be able to cause one heck of a distraction. I just want to see where this goes first."
Ba-da.
Turning down my own voice just a bit, or by a lot, so that I can try and drown the music out again.
To try and not get
Trying to
pinged.
avoid DMCA. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I can't stop my family from doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so,
Good old John Williams.
good old.
Is it? Did I get the name wrong? I can never remember.
I think you got it
I
right.
don't know.
Okay.
You're trying to sleep, we had a food meal. Is there anything else? You guys tell me, do you take a long rest, or are you doing something else?
So I thought we already took the long rest. You already applied it.
You did, but then there was the food fight, or the
Yeah.
competition.
Alright.
No, just my character just occasionally looks towards Jason with curiosity.
Alright.
I'm gonna just be exploring a little bit and just kind of get the lay of the area. Kind of peek
Alright.
outside if I can. If I could step onto this, be able to see better.
One of the
Nope, I just
guards
decided.
kind of makes his way over, and he's like, "Hey,
Hmm.
what you doing?
Looking around.
You're wandering off."
If I wanted to leave, I would have left already. And I just
I
kind
don't
of
get
walk
why
farther.
the I don't get why the captain let you live, but don't go throwing away this mercy. It's dangerous out there.
I know. Thinks to myself, trust me, I'm a lot more dangerous than you think. You got lucky last time, Fetcher.
And he kind of settles on this large chunk of rubble and watches the back while this one sits in place.
Just kind of
As
poking around the edge, see what I see.
the long rest takes its effect, and you all get to sleep the night
Are we
in the
gonna
company
watch? Or, like swap watch or something.
Indeed.
of.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Actually,
You tell me.
let's see. Yeah.
Well, I'm at least gonna stay up for the first couple of hours under the guise of some arcane stuff or something to keep an eye out and see what happens.
Dion will just stay up on top of the barrels looking at the stars for a while until he falls asleep, maybe 3 hours later.
I can take the second watch in the middle of the night.
Okay.
I'll take a third.
So, I'm just going to privately roll a thingy here. Alright.
It was a D6. We saw it. Everybody make a note.
How do you know it's D6?
Because it's a square.
Yeah, but what if it's just trying to trick you?
It could be, but I wouldn't
Okay.
put that to where, or I wouldn't put D&D Beyond to that point. See, that one was a D8.
You fool, this is
All right.
fantasy grounds.
So who was taking the last two
difference.
watches?
Identh was taking third.
I'm taking second.
Alright. Was anybody going to be up in among our party for the fourth?
Is there 4 watches?
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 hours.
Typically 4 watches.
Man, it's been a while. I already said I was up for first watch, just kind of poking around. Selton?
All right. Well, if you're doing first, I'll just do last then.
Okay.
Okay. So, during the third watch, the hours pass and it is dark. There's just the whisper of the wind blowing across the structure. Occasionally, you do hear a very distant, like wood snapping. Yeah, you know nobody would be out working at this hour of night. I didn't. As you are kind of woken up by your allies in order to take up your own side of the watch, so nobody slits your throats in the night, you get to share the watch with one of the archers who's sitting there, and then the two of you hear something over the wind, not the cracking of wood, but a distant like
I
laughter.
look over at the archer and see where he's looking.
He seems to have like moved. He kind of steps out of the doorway. Seems to be almost concerned, and then he comes back a few moments later. Seems to be. He's definitely concerned, and he kind of closes the door up and bars it, and makes his way over.
Yeah, that's going to mean a lot with
Toward
the
the
back
corner.
corner of the whole fort ripped apart.
As he just kind of hurries along, he's not going to engage you without being engaged. Yeah,
Perfect sound
so-
effect, Daniel. Perfect.
Yeah, it's a shrill, high-pitched laughter on the wind.
Okay, so almost perfect sound effect.
And it continues to go for hours. It goes for 1 hour, 2 hours. You're starting to reach the point where you're getting tired, and you know that it's time for you to probably wake somebody else up. And every couple of minutes, you hear that distant laughter, a chuckle. And
Yes.
Kozak, yeah,
And that transition happens for the watch. I tell him about the noise and what the guard did.
Okay. Oh,
Reminder, you have a large half-orc who is native to this area.
as you kind of wake him up, you can actually see that this guard is moving back over. So is Bashar. They kind of nervously wake up some of the others. Doing double watches tonight. And you can hear one of them whisper something to the other before they shift if you want to try and hear what he says.
I very much would.
Alright, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I am not good at perception, but I can try. Nope. Terrible.
Alright.
I was so close to a
Don't
20.
quite catch what he's saying, but it does seem to get the guy a bit alert, and then they both kind of get up and make for the entryway, and they're definitely not sleeping or watching sleepily. They are very concernedly awake.
Okay, so they're watching that entryway over on the top right.
Yeah, this one's been barred.
Before I start my watch, I'm gonna go over there and ritual cast alarm.
Okay. So you're gonna go over and cast alarm. Right, that creates an area, right?
Yes, it's up to a 20-foot cube. So so just that whole area up there where they can get in, I'm just gonna put an alarm up there.
20-foot cube. Yeah, that'll just about cover most of it. Yeah. All right.
And then I'll start my watch.
So, all right. Hours pass. The laughter for one moment seems to get pretty close before eventually turning away, and eventually does fade, and you instead hear a different sound as you can see daylight beginning to take root. As you hear something else approaching, footsteps of men. Oh, whoa, that's wrong. Delete that. Edit this. Yes, time of day. As it is now morning. There we go.
You ever wondered why they call it morning? Because everybody mourns they're not asleep anymore. Alright, bad pun out of the way.
Alright.
Is that water out there moving?
Yeah.
Yeah. The program has this cool ability to animate, to have like little effects.
That is awesome.
Yeah. It is. I'll just
Sorry, I didn't notice that earlier.
Encounter. Okay.
I don't like how he says encounter.
Well, it's easier to manage them through the encounter manager than it is to work with all the wild stuff. As a group of figures approach the doorway and knock at the door. At which point you can hear the hurried steps. Oh dear. As Melkesh makes a pace across toward the doorway, and you can even hear him, "Who barred the door shut?" and kind of opens it up to reveal and allow entry for figures.
Ew.
Each one is adorned in a pitch black robe, wearing only a white mask to identify themselves differently, as well, of course, as their physical shapes, that is.
What the fuck?
One is adorned with a mask like an angry face. They're all like drama theater masks almost. One has an angry face. For those on the stream, I will bring up the token preview there. Another, more of a medium-sized, or the angry face is a large, bold figure, though. A medium-sized, kind of more human, more average human kind of height figure wearing a mask like a joyful smile steps up next to him. Behind him is a short figure much more likely to be of the size of a halfling or of a gnome, walks in behind them. He has a round face like that of a surprise. And the last one stepping in is a slender, tall, you can faintly tell feminine-ish. It's a little hard to tell, but there is a bit of a distinction there. Figure with a weeping, sad mask. As they all kind of glide in, Malkesh kind of moves back in front of them. Hi, I'm sorry. And even kind of gets on his knees and he's like, I'm sorry. They were told to expect your arrival. But seems that they were concerned of other things. As he does the larger one, it's no matter. They kind of all step forward and just quietly sit there, and then they all turn, like blankly turn toward you lot.
Say, damn lot, I'm still up on the barrel.
That's the sad, and that's the surprised face.
The same general direction.
I know, I'm just being a smarty.
Yeah. As they kind of... Malkesh, the one with the smile, steps forward. You have more than you told us you would have. And he kind of just turns and waves toward the lot of you, and he's like, mercenaries hired to deal with us, but mercenaries can be swayed, and, well, they had no choice against our power. This one kind of stands up and gets uncomfortably close to him and kind of looms over him. You can see there's a dynamic here. Malkesh is not the one with power in this group.
None of these people have any concept of personal space.
No, this one is like the angrily, I'm the tough guy and I am in your face kind of approach, which is interesting because all four of them have stabs that Kozak, you would recognize they're made of the proper materials. These are casting components, proper staves.
All right.
As he kind of steps back, he kind of angrily speaks to Malkesh. He's like, "We don't like being surprised. You know that."
That one guy must have a really hard time being the surprise.
he's the anger. The little guy is the surprise.
Yeah, I was
the
talking about him.
Yeah. Yeah. He kind of
Games
seems
that
to
match.
wander. Like moving and kind of starting to surround him almost, and Malkesh does kind of seem to nervously step back as the one with the smile kind of steps forward. The joy. Anyway, on to business. We have confirmed what you asked of us. There is indeed an outsider within the town. At which point the sad kind of steps forward. We know that he has an agent working with him. We couldn't figure out his actual identity. But we know through which you could find this outsider. The little one finally kind of rides up. It's like, there is a half-breed, a mixed spawn. He calls himself Banner. He visits with many in secret pacts, and he carries with him the trace of outsider presence. So they kind of then proceed to step back. The anger then finally speaks up again. We have confirmed what you wanted. Now we leave you to do the Master's work, for he has other tasks for us. At which point they all gather together.
Square
And in a
square
single
formation, move out.
They all kind of circle around each other and then proceed. In a single moment, one of them kind of flicks their hand, stomps their staff a bit, and then all four of them vanish.
Wolf absolutely spits out his drink at that point. Just in sheer surprise at that one.
My head is now wet because he spit his drink out on me.
I haven't noticed.
You'll hear a chuckle from over by the barrels from that one.
Smelkash kind of he still wears the mask. It's hard to see his face, but he does seem to be almost kind of like a shaken. It's like time to do the master's bidding. And then he walks over toward the rest of you. He moves slowly. You have a moment to gather and maybe share some thoughts.
I'm staying on the barrels.
How'd they
like
just
that
do
bear.
that?
Oh, that is the power of our master. They are close servants of my master, and the eyes, ears, and mouth of his will. They are the emotions. They forsook their names. They are powerful casters, masters of magic.
Yep, that's what
I've never seen anyone do that before.
Bro, weren't they just shooting fireballs at us like yesterday?
I've seen people do that before. Those people just... They were there, and then... They weren't.
Can anybody cast an invisibility spell just to make my day?
I don't quite know invisibility.
I didn't...
I'm not very good when it comes to magic, so no.
Oh, right. I'm a prepared caster now. I have to choose what spells I need for today. What spell, singular?
Well,
Say, caster? Question mark?
Wolf, you'd best get used to it. That's the sort of thing that I'm working on.
And then how'd they do that?
Casting. It's a different way of weaving together the magics that can form fire. The same magic can form teleportations, portals, illusions.
Just nodding along, clearly understanding nothing.
Wolf, you hit things
have
and they go by.
Do you?
They hit things with special lights and they go by.
It's like,
I
Melkesh.
don't see what that
during
has to
this
do with
kinda-
what they just did.
They made themselves
Well.
go by.
If you wanted to, I could help teach you to start on your path to becoming able to do that yourself.
Wolf goes back to sleep.
So you see Dune like grab or reach for his temples, just like really.
Anyway.
Uh.
Well, now I have my task for you. In exchange for your life, you'll help me. See, fellows that I have brought up, there are villages. Sorry, I'm a little shaken. There are villages outside of the walls within the scar, I'm sure you are aware of. I teach these struggling people power so that they may build, grow, and so that I might spread the word of my master. But someone has been routing out their locations, selling them off to the guard, where they are then promptly executed. I have long believed it to be the efforts of an outsider, a fiend. Well, I was given an opportunity to ask the emotions to investigate this matter with me, and they have returned to tell me I was right. There is an outsider in the town. That is the very foe I was to ask you to deal with. Me, neither of these men here can enter that town without being killed, but you have an opportunity to do so. Kill them. Kill this fiend. Return to me, and I will reward you even. Betray me, And I will find all allies I can and hunt you down.
All right.
And then he stretches out his hand. What say you?
Is there a middle ground here? Can we take care of your fiend problem and then just not see each other again?
Any who learn the power of my master can't resist it. I'm sure you'll be interested when you return.
At this point, Dion hops off and comes down over here. Also nice Queen of the Night in the background.
You may...
Yeah.
Just kind of walk up and be like, kind of got my own path to follow here. Thanks, though. I will deal with your demon problem, because demons are terrible.
It's not a demon, it's a devil, isn't it?
It is. Technically,
Both just
yes.
as bad.
We are in... Yes, they can be.
Well, I'd argue the demons are far worse.
I've been told it is a banner who is the key to your success. No doubt this outsider is using some kind of disguise to pretend to be immortal. But if it is a devil, as I surmise and has been concluded, many creatures have their weaknesses, and those of the hells react to silver. This can be a key to be used as your way to find them. I'm sure there's only one. As the masters said, there is an outsider, and I have only been on the trail of one. And he kind of steps back and he's like, now,
Dumb
Bashar
question
will
before we
handle...
continue. Why
Yes.
didn't your emotions handle this guy for you if they're so powerful?
They do not dabble in the lesser efforts. They are the
So
voice and the eyes of the master.
So all of a
I
sudden,
had a
devils on the
favor.
continent are lesser?
The master has grander plans.
Alright. Whatever.
The Lord of Nelithel and his closest servants can't be bothered with the efforts as he moves further and further away, with the efforts that I and my fellows can take care of. As he
Well, enjoy your
then just
bodies.
proceeds to make his way. And then he calls out, Bashar! You know how to get them back through the wall. And then he just retreats.
Well, no time like the present, right?
Yeah. Probably need a plan, a game plan for as soon as we get in there.
He kind of walks over to the guards, steps up to him, and then just pulls they each have like a scimitar at their belt, and he pulls it free when it comes up to you and hands them to the wolf child.
I'll just
These are silver
take them.
scimitars. Use them as proof of our deaths.
Okay.
And he
You're not so bad of a guy.
Well, he kind of like stops. He's like, He does seem a little troubled with that statement. But then you can hear a slight murmuring, and then a slash, a cut, a shh. Then he comes back holding a hobgoblin ear. Not his own, one of the guards' corpses. And hands it, and he's like, claim this is me.
Okay. This is a dumb question from Brevin, not from Dune. Wasn't it his brother that sent us or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then wouldn't his brother probably know?
Maybe, maybe not.
Alright, well. Okay, continuing.
He kind of just steps back and
This
sits
is why
and
you
kind of
mutilate the
looks.
corpse.
He looks out, his attention drawn eastward. He's like,
Well, unless you've got anything else to do here, best to be off and doing the master's work.
All right.
Yeah,
All
Wolf
right.
just gets up and starts walking.
Yeah, I follow.
I'm gonna follow both Child, yeah.
Me too.
all right.
I think that's time to close the
So
map.
everybody takes their leave. Yep, this map. We are finally done with that map.
Yeah.
Well, unless you want to do something.
I just closed it.
Because the Theater of Mind is still an active space.
Yeah.
Always.
I want to run up to the creepy necro guy. Because I can't remember his name
Okay.
all of a sudden. It's
Malkesh.
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 I want to run up to him. I don't know where he is. But Theater of Mind.
Yeah, he's in the back of the room. You're gonna rush over. What is it, Oni?
Very interested in your offer. I don't know if I can get in touch again. Very interested.
Just kind of holds the book up. He's like, well, if you return, I'll let you take a peek. It
Thank
will
you.
open your eyes.
I don't think so. And I will run off.
All right. Okay.
Okay, while we're walking, I definitely let the group. First thing that I'm gonna do as soon as we're in the walls is I'm gonna go drinking.
All right. So you are heading back to town. So you start along the road. It is a few hours journey along
So-
this path.
One thing to point out now that we're out of it. I don't know where to put spells on here.
Actions.
It goes into the same place as your weapons and stuff in your actions tab. Yes.
Okay.
Um,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Do I just add spells somewhere?
Yeah. You can get the from your library. You can from the library tab. You can hit the spells tab.
Okay.
You can even hit the check mark next to it to make that permanently there. And then you can just drag spells from the appropriate spell list into your action space.
Okay. Cool.
Jason,
I don't
he
have
gave you
either of the...
some sort of stone, right?
What?
He gave you some sort of stone, right?
Pretty sure he did. Josh, you did, right?
Yes.
And
It's a faint blue stone with some strange symbol on it.
I'd like to take a look at it.
Go ahead.
I want to try and like discern what this thing does, because he said that he would use it
Alright.
to figure out like if we betrayed him or like, something along those lines, or like use it to follow us or detect us.
All right. So this item, due to the way that it is made, I will allow an Arcana check. I don't normally allow that for identifying objects with magical properties, but in this case, it does make sense, so I will allow it.
Okay.
If you want to make an Arcana check.
Yes. 21.
All right.
I think you
The
got it.
symbol on it is a rune of air. And kind of looking at it, you get a sense that the stone probably is doing two kind of magical effects. It is acting as one half of a communication. So this is probably some kind of dwarven make speech stone, which allows communication between two similar stones over a great distance.
Okay.
But it also seems to have some kind of permanent activation. Normally they aren't quite like this. It seems that the magic will fade once it leaves someone's presence, which could be used as an alert that someone has stopped carrying it. So effectively, this stone is being used to both listen in on every conversation you have, and if you get rid of it, he will also know.
All right. Well.
But beyond that, it can't do anything to you. You know that that much.
Okay. I'll hand it back to Jason, and I'll like whisper what I learned out of earshot of the little rock, so that they know not to speak openly, like conspire against him while in the presence of the rock.
You can hope its effect works that way.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Again, I just say I'm gonna go drinking as soon as we get back, and I'm gonna grab Selton once we get there and make him come with me.
Alright. Well, you are on the road. I need to actually... Yeah, I gotta go ahead and roll that. What the weather is like. Let's see how good your weather is. All I have to do is roll wind. Oh. Alright. So there is a light wind blowing across the land, which means you are dealing with those floating glass shards again.
Nah.
So everybody give me a Constitution save.
Oh boy. Ready for
I
the
didn't
slaughter?
write it down.
Advantage because I live here.
Yep.
There it is.
Alright, so... 2. Let's just go ahead and delete all non-player creatures from the initiative tracker so that I can, apply the damage. If I recall correctly, it was a d6 of damage on a failure?
Yeah, and half on
So-
success.
4 damage to Dayun, 4 damage
Eh,
to Kozak, 4 damage to Identh, 4 damage to Sultan, and
Nice.
and I don't think it was half value. Maybe I might be wrong, but I'm not going to do half value on this one in this case. So
Fetching God
as you
characters.
venture through these lands, the breeze picks up and these finger-length shards of glass whip and tear, and somehow you get some nasty cuts and wounds as you're traveling over jagged and dried land.
Yep, totally putting my shield in front of my face.
Got my eye again.
Bro, you really need to learn how to cover your face.
I have
I say with my like
on.
nice. I say with my like body completely shredded.
It's like flecks and little cuts start to bleed all over your arms.
Yeah.
Alright. So
I'll
as
see
you
what the-
travel...
Pulling a chunk of glass from my the hide I wear.
Yeah, you're just like
Yeah.
shaking it off, brushing it off, brushing chips off your shoulder, basically. Except it's little finger bone sized pieces of sharp glass.
Nah.
What kind of finger bones though? Half orc finger bones or like dwarf finger bones?
Well, I'm saying like real life reflective is like a finger bone size.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They fluctuate in size, but yeah, it's a nasty land. You travel across this area. I'm just going to roll that. Okay. You eventually, after a couple of hours, make it back to the wall. You can see the stretching gray wall miles across from one fort to another, though you can't see any other forts other than the star-shaped one of Keizo's watch sitting before you, acting both as watchtower, keep, and gate to the town. As you approach the tunnelway that goes underneath the gate, you can see the guardsmen up at the top look about. They seem a little tired. There seems to have been, well, you can see piles of what looks like mud scattered at the base of the wall, and a few ballista bolts stuck in the dirt.
So who's gonna do the talking?
Now I may act like it, but I'm actually, or I may not act like it, but I'm actually terrible at talking to people, specifically lying. So somebody should like definitely take this.
I'm pretty good at conversation.
Why even do any talking? Just go in, hand them the swords, and be done with it.
We need the swords.
I guess if you asked any questions, I could answer them if you'd like.
Yep. Remember, we need the swords. They're silvered. That's what we need to deal with the devil.
Okay. As you, I assume, continue to approach, the guards look over and hail, "Oi!
Open the gate already!"
Oh, all right. I know. Oh, actually, we'll want you to wait on the once you get inside. Don't wander off to town yet. Open the gate."
Dune audibly
At which point
sighs.
you can hear him starting to move some pieces and stuff as what was not dropped when you left is now opening. There's a dual set. So on the outside part, the gateway funnel, the star-like shape of the structure points out of the wall. So the tunnel that goes to the gate actually splits in a V into two exits on the scar side, and on the inside it's just a one path. So it kind of funnels in, and there are two portcullises that are now beginning to lift as you are now allowed access into the tunnelway, at which point you arrive to the inner gate, where they just open the little door. It's like, welcome back.
Wouldn't that be portcullis?
Portcullis? I'm not an English major.
Neither am I, dude. I speak Spanish better than I speak English. And that's my second language, folks.
Well, I mean,
Well,
if
you're
you
being
speak
allowed
it better,
in.
is it your first language?
No, because I'm born and raised in Utah. I spoke English first. Spanish makes more sense.
Alright, sorry,
Anyway.
Josh.
English is dumb.
While you're being
Continuing.
allowed in, the hobgoblin guards kind of stop you for a moment while they get the second layer, the door that you passed through when on your way out.
You don't seem to be carrying any haunted goods with you. What's up with that, Wolfman?
Just hold up the two swords.
Oh. Kinda,
Takes a closer look and
blimey. Traitors, I guess, huh? Didn't realize you were so interested, as there's just a flick.
of the bar, and then they open the door. Didn't realize.
You cared about our empire that much. Guess that's why they want to talk to you once you're through. Make your way up the stairs to the captain's quarters.
At which point he allows you through the doorway and then shuts it behind you.
Yeah.
It locks.
Just moves on as soon as possible.
He's like, I hate this part.
Yeah.
You travel out back into the open air beyond the wall. And at this point, you notice that there is nobody actually there to enforce that you go in to the captain's quarters. So, as I prefer, you guys tell me what you do. Take your actions and speak.
Wolf is
I wanna
walking
get-
there.
I want to get paid.
Yeah, I'm coming along.
I would like to get paid as well.
I'm going in.
All right. So you are led up the steps to the second story of the keep, through halls and past sleeping quarters until you find yourself at that little meeting room, where sitting in the chair is Heshkar, already prepared. He seems to have been going over some papers with a mug of grog at his side.
Strong Joe.
Well, I was expecting you. Sit. I assume you return with victory?
Just hold up the two swords again.
Kind of holds out his hand to take one.
I'm not stopping him.
All right. Grabs it and kind of unsheaths it a little bit. Then clicks it shut. All right. These seem... Gonna take a moment. So what was it like? The fight, that is.
Brutal. We
Wait,
almost
who
died.
had the ear?
He would have handed it... everything was handed to Wolfchild.
I look at him and say, hey, this might be a good time to pull out that ear also.
Out of character, I don't remember what you're talking about here.
They
took
gave us.
There was a...
There was a hobgoblin ear that he gave us to use as like, oh, we killed your brother, by the way, because he tried to kill us.
Yeah, I'll pull that out and just throw it towards him too.
All right. Well. Definitely seems like a brutal battle was fought.
Just about
Go
to
ahead
fight.
and give me a deception check with advantage.
Jason, right? Because he was the one talking.
Yeah, I'll have Jason do it. The and this is with advantage.
Oh, baby.
Nice.
Well, whoever it is you took these swords from, they must have been the first killings. Their blades are completely spotless.
If
But
at
it
all
looks
possible,
like
I would love to keep
It's always better when your enemy can't fight back.
Yeah.
token.
make a persuasion check. You want to keep
Me?
the swords? Yeah,
Yeah.
you were the one asking.
Alright.
Go ahead and make
we
another
want the silver.
charisma-based skill check.
All right. Nice.
Nice.
That's my boy.
The charisma
Well-
character being good at charisma stuff. Who would have guessed?
Be quiet normally.
All right. They would do well to go back into the ranks, but hunters do their trophies, right? And an ear just won't fit, won't it? And he kind of slides the
Alright.
swords back across the table.
Sorry, I left my ear necklace at home.
Gives him a really weird look at that line, not knowing what sarcasm is.
Well, and I guess you'll want your coin. What was it? 200? It's gonna work.
There's 300 silver.
Right. Grabs from a larger... He has like 2 bags, grabs a larger bag and pulls out a large handful and kind of counts it as he pops it in until there's 300 and ties it and hands it, or kind of just plops it on the opposite end of the table for somebody to take.
I'll definitely
So
pick
I
it
will
up.
Swords.
go ahead and
Basic for
throw
it.
that in the party inventory. Pop. 300 silver pieces. Shame the fight was so harsh you had to kill my brother. I would have preferred to have gotten the chance to do that myself.
He didn't really give us an option.
Sir him.
Well, go ahead and keep your swords and take your silver. The watch doesn't have much more work for you right now, but... Well, do you have an intention on where you're going? You've
I'm
proven
going
yourselves
drinking.
useful, I might.
And I grab Sultan and I
Alright.
walk out with the coin.
Well,
I don't think I can get away from him, but you know.
I'm not a strength character.
I gotta go get my share of the coin.
Alright. Well, my guards are gonna be keeping an eye out for you. You lot seem pretty useful.
Do it.
Thank
Just
you.
don't cause any trouble. As he kind of gives a glance toward the half orc. Like, be
Kind
on
of
your
does the
way.
2-finger salute as I'm walking out the door. Yeah, whatever.
I'll be picking up them swords.
All right.
Somebody who can actually use them, grab them.
All right. So within the parcel, there are 2 silver scimitars
I already
and
grabbed the
300
SG.
silver pieces.
I already grabbed that. It didn't take it away, but I've got it in my inventory.
Has a headache still or not.
All right.
And,
Okay.
well, okay, so I am definitely not going drinking because, duh. I'm actually looking for, I'm going to use my backgrounds feature, the one where there's always a friendly face or whatever. It's something like that. Where is it?
Yeah. You know how to find
Friendly
members
voices.
of the... Yeah.
Yeah, harmonic soul. I'm
Alright.
looking for that. I'm gonna go talk to somebody. I'm bringing Sultan along because we've got crap to report.
Well, lucky old you. They're typically in the taverns.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said I'm going drinking.
All right. That will take you to the most well-known local tavern, which is the Red Drink. Which
Purple drank. Oh, hey.
if you want to use the map. And before I get completely to him, is anybody else going with him and Selton?
I will tag along if they will allow me.
Actually, Jason, you better stay back for this one. You've got the stone, and I don't want to deal with that right now.
All right, that seems fair.
I'll follow them.
Hold on. Oh shoot, there's suddenly a lot of images here. What's
I
it
shared
called
it
again?
in I shared it
It's in the chat.
The chat.
Oh.
Share record.
Oh, is that something? Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right. Just figuring out who is where, kind of thing was all. Okay, so the 3 of you go to the Red Drink.
Drank.
And it's a nice squarish establishment, as you can kind of see. There's a bustle of some people moving around. As you kind of enter in, the walls are painted. Okay, so the walls are covered in a fading red paint. There is the strong kind of smell of like freshly cooked steaks. There's spilled ale and the occasional off-putting sour stench of, well, a drinking game gone wrong, shall we say. You can hear
Amateurs.
people giving orders for what they'd like to have. And then immediately afterward, their own voice repeats back to them what they asked for. And then you hear the little pitter-patter of scraping clawed feet make its way from person to person, as you can hear the perfect mimicry of orders then be recited back behind the bar as a little black Kenku waiter basically goes back and forth from tables. Sitting behind the bar, you can see the owner of the establishment is a kind of bright red, well-figured, sort of 5'6" with horns that kind of ride back like almost like a framing crown tiefling who you're familiar owns the establishment. As she goes back and forth from behind, cooking and then returning.
Pull up to
You
the
are
bar and just
looking.
hang out for a second.
All right.
Because I'm the outsider in town, and my symbol for the harmonic soul is very visible. So I'm gonna just hang out by the bar until somebody comes with me, and I'm dragging Selton with me, of course. Make him sit down.
Well,
And if he goes to order a drink, I stop him and say, "We'll take some water." Wolf Boy, you can order whatever you want.
Yeah,
well, she was about to ask. She's like, "Oh, what can I get for you?"
It'll be water for me and the Oni. Ogre can have whatever he wants. It's on me. A maximum of 20 silver spent.
Like Sultan was about to say something, but he just closes his mouth.
Yeah.
All right.
Sitting down, I just fist on the bar. Your heartiest meal.
All right. Well, okay.
June will remember this, and he's smiling. Instead of
The
getting
cooked pork
drunk,
for
eh?
you, water for you, and an ale. All right. Well, I can get your ale right
I said
here.
meal.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the pork. That's the cooked pig.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Good. I just want to make sure I'm getting my kind of price ranges. I think right here. Because these things are what make the world feel consistent. If I keep my prices in areas stay the same. Or fluctuate only because it makes sense.
Yep.
That's the wrong book. This is the right
Actually, I'll ask for a loaf of bread and some cheese, too, actually. Because that sounds nice right about now. Something simple.
book. Alright, a simple meal. Alright,
Yeah.
So about 2 silver pieces for you, young man. For the Oni, the water is nothing. I'll just have the Kenku go and fetch a bit from the back. This one wants a drink. Just some clear water. This one wants a drink. Clear water. Just some clear water. And then walks back.
Kenku are my favorite.
Comes back and plops down a mug as she pours your mug, and then she's like, all right, and a cooked pig for you. And she makes her way back as she says, man, keep track of the orders, I'll be back. And she goes back, and the little Kenku's like, keep track of the orders, I'll be back, and then just kind of goes back into the midst collecting things.
I freaking love Kenku. They're my favorite.
They're adorable.
They're the bestest.
Alright, so yeah, that's... Alright. So, you're at the counter. What are you doing?
I mean, everything except for just blatantly waving my wrist in the air saying, hey, look at this symbol.
Okay, so you kind of give a look around. You can see this kind of figure kind of steps up a little bit, and he seems to get like a oh wait, no, that's way too young of a portrait for this guy. Where was his Well, no, he looks younger than he actually is, but he looks older than that.
I was gonna say, yeah, that looks like 13, 14, 15.
Character tokens. Yeah, way too young for a 40-year-old guy.
Alright. And how much silver was that meal actually?
Just 2.
Cool.
You know, I'll just use this token.
Whoa. The Witcher.
Yeah, I'll... Yeah. Just gotta use this Witcher-looking guy for his token for now. Till I find something better to use for the character. Because the figure seems to, like, have a little kind of loot, and then he kind of stops and he's like, "One moment, I have to go and say hello to my friend." And he kind of grabs you around.
Being discreet today.
He kind of grabs you around the neck and he's like, "So, how'd that trade deal go for you? I heard you were heading north. Seems that you've returned." It's like, so.
Sucked. Bandits attacked and it hurt like hell.
And it gets so annoying. This lady's like, moves away. It's like, all right.
Dune catches on to why he's acting the way he is. Oh, this bozo. Okay, I get it. I don't agree, but I get it.
So, should I be buying you a drink, or after that big deal, maybe you should be buying me a drink? And then he kind of gets really close and he's like, "So, what's up?"
First off,
at
you
this
know
point,
the Oni, right?
Selton gets up and he like starts walking away.
I grab him.
Selton,
and make him
don't
sit back
wander
down.
away. As he kind of like brings you both in, he's like, "Why don't we chat in my room?"
That sounds fantastic. Wolf boy, we'll be back in just a little bit.
He grabs me.
Yeah.
I will grab my water, throw it in his face, and try to use that as a distraction to get away.
Then I grab him if I have to.
Give me for trying to simplify this. Give me a dexterity check.
Me or him?
Him.
Boop. No.
You like go up with the cup, and he literally just puts his hand on your hand. He's like, "No, that's not very nice. Come on, I've got a nice little room up on the second floor." As he starts to just drag you both with him.
I start struggling.
Selton, calm down. Same team.
I start kicking.
I do not have his room mapped out or anything, so I'm just gonna put you guys in the corner.
I will start kicking and just trying to grab onto anything to avoid getting pulled away.
Selton, calm down.
That makes me panic more.
Selton, why are you freaking out?
Do you want to make another struggle check?
Yes.
Go ahead and give me a strength or dexterity, your choice.
Can I do a counter athletics check?
I'm just going to compare it to a DC decided by stuff your abilities.
Well, the reason I say that is because I'm proficient in athletics.
Yeah.
So it's not a 0.
Which means his DC is going to be...
Okay.
Oh. I mean... Athletics or acrobatics, it's a... Okay, yeah, he would have beaten that DC if I go by a skill DC. So you would get to the hallway before you kind of rest free.
As soon as I do, I start running.
I'll tackle him, because I can move a lot faster than he can.
Alright.
Get off me, face!
Do you want to counter that tackle, or do you want to just accept it?
No, I want to get out of here.
Dude.
Alright.
I won't let him hurt you.
No, I'll do this the classic style. You two contest, while
You know that I saved your skin back there.
While our bearded friend kind of just sits back and kind of almost starts to laugh at this. It's just
it's a dex.
Oh baby, yes.
It's a dex roll.
You can do
it's
dex or you can do
athletics or
athletics.
acrobatics this time.
Okay. What am I better at?
Bring it on, buddy.
I'm still
First
getting
good
my
roll ever.
feels on how I really want to do those kinds of checks.
Ah, dang it!
Ah,
So close.
so running, you like struggle free, start running down the hall. Its arms flailing, and then you just hear dun dun dun, not behind you on the ground, but along the wall, as he just straight up goes up and just tackles you basically from this
Can I,
wall run.
Hold on, can I like run on the walls and like totally wing clip, grab him by the neck, flip around, and throw him to the ground?
Sure.
Yes. Delton, calm the fetch down. Otherwise, I'm gonna tie you up.
All right.
Okay. I'll do what you want.
Okay, we're just talking. If anybody moves, trust me, I'll be able to get you out of here faster than anybody else can catch us.
Yeah,
And
sure.
you only have to make it downstairs, and Wolfchild will back us up.
Okay. Sure.
It's okay. We're among friends.
Huh? I'll go ahead and I'll like flick myself in the face a little bit.
I was gonna say, you're gonna run the second I turn around, aren't you?
All right.
No. Not this time.
Behind you, and start walking.
Alright.
Okay.
I flick my face a little bit and then I just start walking.
So you're led to one of the one of the few rooms that this establishment has. It's only about 6 rooms, but you're led into one of these cozy little rooms, and as you're brought in, he's boisterously talking as well. He's like, "Well, that was a display. Guess he still has problems with. Now let's talk about that debt you owe me." And leads you in. He's like, once you're let into the room, he closes the door, and then you can hear him lock it and just.
Oh, okay.
If I have to, I can break the lock. Chill out.
So, what does Dayun and Selton have to ask of me, a humble gatherer of knowledge?
So the second we're in the room, I'm across the room from Selton. I don't want to be near him whatsoever. Once I don't have to put up with an appearance or anything, I'm just not there.
If no one's stopping me, I am at the door.
Okay. As long as you're not fiddling with the doorknob, you're fine.
He's basically resting against the door.
And I will attempt to unlock it from behind my back without them noticing.
Oh no, he's the one resting against the door.
Oh, never mind then. Is there a window?
There is.
That's what I'm resting against.
So it's like this. Basically. Oh, if I had the room, it basically would be like Dayun here, a guy here, and then you're in the room, and it's like about...
Rat in a maze, man. Trying to get out.
The room is about a 15-foot kind of square space.
Oh. Okay.
There's a bed in the there's a bed in the corner next to the door, or next to the window.
Okay.
I do apologize for this, Tyler. Brevin to Tyler.
Oh no, I think this is Tyler to Brevin. I think this is great.
Oh, okay, cool. Make sure I'm not stepping on any toes.
No, you're not.
Okay. I'm like, I need to talk to you. Alright.
So,
Go back in.
what brings you to this part?
Crazy bullshit. Sorry, bullshit. Forgive me. Been more loosely tongued as of late. Crazy stuff. Sultan, do you want to get started?
What?
Where were we?
In
Would
the
you have
dark?
a nice- Okay. You know what happened to him? All I know is he's one of us and that he's been a pain.
No, he disappeared a while ago, actually. This is the first time I've heard any news about him.
Wait,
I
what?
will slowly try to, without them noticing, reach for my hand crossbow.
I straight up am looking directly at you as soon as he says that. Wait, what?
Oh. Poof, vanish, gone without a trace.
Okay.
I was actually
moment-
hoping you could inform me as to what his fate has been this time.
The moment I get my hand on my hand crossbow, I will draw it and point it at the guy at the door.
Oh,
Selton,
All right.
you know I can close that distance faster
You-
than you can shoot him.
To see you try, you will let me out of this room. I don't want any trouble. I just want to go. I don't know you. I don't know either of you. Stop claiming to be my friend. And let me go.
Selton, what's the first thing you remember?
Shut up.
Selton, answer the question before I lose my patience.
I'll answer the question if you.
How about you answer the question, then we let you out of the room? Because it seems like you don't need to be here anyway.
now. Let's all just calm down. And he is going to... I need to first do this. Okay, yeah. You do not notice what he's doing.
I say, please be doing what I think he's doing. Oh.
So, Selton, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma. Okay.
I'll let the feeling wash over me.
Ka-choo.
Oh, baby, yes.
Oh, okay, definitely takes effect. Okay, so you are put under the effect of calm emotions.
All right. Give me
Selton feels Selton feels a strong, comforting presence. Everything will be fine, as all the heightened anxiety does diminish from you. Perhaps if we talk under these pretenses, everything will be a lot better for us.
I'm sorry, I had to go. Someone was knocking at my door. I think you guys heard it. I don't know.
I did
You're
hear a
good.
knocking, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was gone for a second. What did I miss?
He cast Calm Emotions on you, was what the save was. So you now... Alright, all strong emotions have been suppressed.
That doesn't
Okay.
necessarily mean you're willing to talk, but that means, like, you're not
You are no
actually
longer
gonna be
flooded
one of
with
us.
anxiety.
Okay. I am still holding the crossbow up.
That's okay.
Now,
I will calmly walk over.
I am not like shaking like I was before. I'm just holding it up.
I'll put my hand on your arm and slowly put it down.
I will. No.
I'm not taking it out of your hand. I'm not unloading it. I'm just gently putting it down.
The moment I drop it, you're going to try something.
You don't have to drop it. Just keep
I-
your arm down.
I would prefer to keep it up.
It's okay. I may not like your kind, but frankly, you've been growing on me. Calm down. Yeah, I can't help but slowly like Selton more and more.
alright.
Calm
What?
down.
So,
I will keep it pointed. I'm not putting it down.
Okay, then I'm gonna go sit by the window again. Okay, Selton,
can
what
we.
was the last thing that you? What's the first thing that you remember?
I want guarantees that I will make it out of this room.
Just kind of steps aside. I have a feeling this isn't going to go much of anywhere anyway.
You're good. It's okay.
Let me kind of.
What?
He does kind of.
Selton, the moment that you give him the opportunity, he won't try to run out the door yet, but he'll calm emotions. He'll calmly assess the situation, and
The second you let us know, you can leave.
Yeah, he'll he'll finally put his crossbow down. He will sit there and get a very puzzled look on his face. And he's not looking at either of you. He's just, you can tell he's thinking and thinking.
Okay. Sultan, you do that. Let us know when you're ready to talk. We just want to know where you've been. Okay?
I don't
That's
think
it.
he's quite himself anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's the issue.
Selton's gonna turn around and start banging his head on the wall.
So
Like,
I will
hard.
describe at this point, Identh, because you did say that you wanted to arrive at the tavern. I'll say that you'll be able to arrive around this time, because it's very funny to describe that as you enter in, you hear upstairs, bam, 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 bam.
And a muffled, like, grabbing his head and stopping him. Stop it!
As you also see the half-orc at the bar next to the door just devouring food.
Okay.
This is amazing.
So what is it you want? Clearly, I can't help you out with this situation.
I guess just tell everyone that I'm gonna keep an eye on Selden for now. As much as that irks me a little bit, I've got to keep an eye on this fetcher and see what's up.
All right.
Fair warning, there's a devil in the city. Take that info with a grain of salt because we got it from a follower of Marhath out in the Scar.
So you ran into him.
Oh, cool. You know of him. Great.
Oh yeah, I've been giving him problem for weeks.
Well, don't tell him that I know you because we might have accidentally got enlisted.
That's...
At least temporarily to kill a devil.
Why do they want you hunting a devil?
So they don't have to deal with it? I don't know. We were out hunting them, ironically, because they're a bunch of MIA guards, AWOL, and one crazed Marhat follower, which he has a stone on one of the guys that was with me, a paladin of sorts. That's a listening stone, so just be careful around me for a while. If you see a dude who walks in with a bald head next to me, maybe don't be so loose-lipped.
I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of checking in, seeing if y'all have any info in town. Higher up, probably, causing issues.
On anybody causing issues.
They said something about burning villages out in the Scar.
Oh. That wasn't the devil.
He's the one ordering it.
No, it wasn't.
What?
They weren't burning villages, but the guy ratting out the cultists in the outer Scar villages.
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh.
I'm on double part here. I'm both to keep an eye out for occult behavior and to act as a voice. I'm not much of a fighter, but...
Then you've been made.
Do
you know what the emotions or whatever the followers of Mar have called the emotions or something?
I'm not familiar with this practice, no.
4 people, one kind of bigger that seemed like half-orcish or something along those lines. One seemed like a human, one either halfling or gnomish size, and the other one looked like a female elf, I want to say. She was slender. Didn't see any faces. They were wearing black robes. They all had masks on. One was an angry face, one was a crying face. Angry was the half-orcish looking build. The crying face was the elvish looking female build. The surprised face, which is the next one, was the gnomish halfling size. And the human looking size build was just a joyful face.
Specters of death vanished into air.
Oh boy.
So he remembers that part at least.
I don't know anything about these people, but I'll send word. Maybe I can...
You might...
sorry.
you might want to leave. You might want to run and have somebody else come.
Well, I'm just curious, what makes these people think that a devil's involved?
They were saying an outsider, saying they were. Frankly, these four emotions or whatever have been around town or something recently, just scouting it out.
Well, I feel it would be unwise to not take advantage of this situation.
Fair.
There probably is a devil then here in the town. I can only assume that they had reasons to believe. But he's not the one causing them problems, but that's still a threat.
The irony of dum-dums. Alright. So, yeah. Also, just stay away from out in the scar for a while. It's messed right now.
Well, it is clear that my disguise has not been thwarted yet.
Yeah, thankfully.
Well, if there's anything that you need from me, I am here at your disposal, as is our custom.
Yep.
Meantime,
Likewise.
I think it would be wise not to bring too much attention to ourselves.
Figure of nightmares.
Selton, you okay?
The devil.
He
Figure
then,
of nightmare.
He then opens the door and makes his way back out to the hallway and just kind of leaves you there with that.
I love Aiden's comment. Aiden's comment in the corner.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can see. Oh, he's got lyrics on there. I don't have a singing voice to try and do that for you right now.
I mean, I could,
I
but
don't either. So
I could.
If you tell me that I could.
All right.
Well, I understand the language, so I
I
could.
don't, but I could sing it in real life.
Aiden, while you're up there, you notice
I don't understand
figures
language.
moving around. This guy goes around and is talking to some of them. This dwarf kind of wanders up here. Dwarves are a bit smaller. They seem to chat while the dwarf gets like a handful of darts and is throwing them against the wall. It kind of moves over, has a talk with this little gnomish lady. They seem to be friendly. You notice this guy's just kind of going around, but there's something about him. It's just like he's very very talkative with some of the people as he comes up to the bar and starts chatting with the barmaid. You see the little gnome kind of gets up, stares at him a moment, and then just kind of rushes up the stairs and away. As the rest of as Celtus and Dune, you see this gnome kind of pass by the hallways and then go to a room, and you actually hear a solid slam of the door shut.
Cool.
Gnomes are smaller than I thought.
Yeah.
Gnomes are Gnomes are small,
tiny.
but technically carry a human-like proportions. It's very weird.
Oh, that was Selton saying that in character.
Oh,
Wonderful.
I
Well,
need
Selton,
to keep to my own
it
statement.
looks like I'm taking care of you from now on.
You belong
No.
to me. But on the other side, because I'm sorry, we have somewhat neglected you. Jason, Kozak, what are you,
So,
what
yeah,
are
I'll
you
go
guys
have fun
doing?
now.
Let's move over to you guys for what time we've got.
Excellent.
I don't know. I shall. I'll leave it up to my pal Kozak.
All right. What is there even to do in this town? There's not any kind of like library. There's probably just like start looking into leads, but
All right.
I guess so, yeah.
There's a bit of a kind of a shopping side of the town on the northern part near the northern gate. It is a somewhat smaller townish, which has a few ramshackly set up tents along with permanent steadfast buildings for shopping. There is a there is then also, you've got the red drink, which most of the rest of the party went to, which kind of sets in between that, and then there's the housing area to the south kind of part of town.
Okay. I think we might as well just stick to the party right now. Why don't we just bumble around town for a bit and then head to the tavern?
All right. Maybe we can hit up a library, see if we can find out more about.
All right.
You know what?
So
Yeah.
Kozak and Jason finally arrive to the Red Drink.
I assume by that point, me and Selton are downstairs eating real food at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, Selton, do what you're gonna do. I'm gonna do my thing.
Just moving you back inside the building.
There we go.
Yeah.
How have you lot been?
I imagine the bruise on Selton's forehead is fairly obvious.
You look a little shaken, Selden.
It hurts.
Did you make some new friends?
And that's when Dune pipes up and says, kind of. More like reacquainted himself with some old ones.
I glance over at Dune and I look back at Selden and I go, "Do you need some help?"
Me or him.
I'm talking to Selden.
I'm saying, yeah. You see me just drinking water.
Selton will just mouth, I don't know.
All right.
Selden, I can provide some healing if you'd like. Like, physical healing.
Ah,
Then I'll stick close to Selden for now.
no.
He doesn't like it, and that's why he did that to himself.
All right.
I've learned Selton doesn't like small spaces.
So, Selton, is that a no to my offer, or?
Nope. Yes.
Alright.
Fine. Thank you.
Oh, is that a yes? Oh, alright.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, it's a
No.
no. Okay. Alright.
Yes. It's no. It's no, yes. Wait.
You sound very confident in your answer.
This is freaking beautiful.
I don't. It's fine. I know.
He suddenly got small.
That was a very
Yeah, my bad.
productive conversation.
I'll walk away. I'll walk away and just sit at some random. I'll just sit over there.
I'll ask the barmaid to get him some proper food.
All right. I'll get a meal going for him then. What? Just all right. I think I've got an idea. Proper food. She'll go back. She'll throw something together since you didn't specify.
Yeah, just kind of something to keep him going. Help him calm his nerves.
Alrighty.
Is Ident still singing?
Yeah.
That's for him to decide.
Yes, he is.
So yes, the space is filled with the singing.
Uh,
He's not
Wait, is
bad.
he doing
at it.
power? Is he doing a power duet with the bard?
Oh no.
No.
Your bard-esque friend, which you would know since he is a contact that you're somewhat familiar with, as most members of the Harmonic Solar, he goes by the name of Artin Songwallow.
I will do my best to remember that.
Just Artin for the
pull
most
up
part.
my.
Oh yeah, I can
No.
log this. Heck
Yeah, you can log it.
I forgot about that.
We can do stuff.
Yeah, so in your
Oh.
character sheet, just below notes and
Notes.
right above actions,
Oh, cool.
there's a log section where you can set up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I found it last campaign. Makes remembering things really easy.
I hope you're ready for my clickety clackety keyboard. What was his name
Maximum
again?
click clack.
Arson
actually-
Songwallow.
That's actually not me. That's someone else. Well, this is me. But
Yeah, that was me replying to a private whisper.
I
Cool.
restate maximum click clack.
maximum click clack. Maybe I should just make you a bit bigger.
Josh, do I notice like, if this tavern has like, rooms or something like that?
Yeah, there is you cannot see from where you are, but you could tell that it is a 2-story space, and there is no overhang, so probably the second story is dedicated to rooms.
All right.
Okay. She eventually returns and plops down what seems to be some bread with some warmed and melted cheese or butter on it.
Yeah, and that's in front of Selton.
Who is over here? Okay.
Yeah.
So a little Kenku delivers this food to Selton.
Thank you.
Give this one a proper meal. That makes its way
Yes.
So,
I love Kenku.
Diyun, when are we gonna separate out that money?
If I must.
Also, I would like at least one of those swords. I was the person who convinced him to give it to us.
I don't use swords anyway. You're not gonna
Alright.
need to be competing with me for that one.
Thank
Talk to the big guy
Wolf.
next to me, and I pat Wolfchild on the shoulder. He's still eating.
He has an entire roasted pork in front of him, so
Yeah.
he's probably still eating.
Impressive. Okay, how many party members are there? 6 of us. That's what, 50 a pop? I'll divvy out the
Oh,
gold and go.
And the pork is going to cost a gold's worth of silver, so that's 10 silver pieces.
Alright,
Because
so I
that's
give
an
him
entire
40.
pig.
That's fine.
It
I
was
give him
worth
40 silver. Oh yeah.
it.
And what did Selton's cost?
Sultan's is only going to cost about a silver or two. 2 silver,
Alright.
I'll say.
Alright, so everybody's got 50 silver, except for Wolfchild, you've got 40, and I'll take the hit on Selton's.
So, are you all okay if I take one of the swords?
Go for it.
Does it look like I use a sword? You see maybe a dagger on my hip, that's it.
You and Wolfchild are the most martially inclined. You should both keep one.
Probably.
Alright.
I mean, if nobody else wants it, I can kind of use a sword, but I'm not very good at it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is actually something I wanted to do.
Say yes, please.
Well, no, I didn't want him to translate it because I can understand it. I was just gonna start playing along on my pan flute. Not amazingly well, but decent enough.
Did we see that new figure walk in?
Yeah. A hobgoblin warrior just entered in.
Okay.
Sits across from the dwarf and just kind of leans in and they just start chatting.
I forget, we're in Hobgoblin territory. That's not that weird.
Yeah, it's very
So-
not weird here.
Brevin freaked out for a second, like, what the Oh, wait, no, not monster. Not monster,
So
we're
the
good.
weird
Any
part is
other
that there wasn't
country-
already a hobgoblin in here.
So
Any
that's
other
fair.
land that would have been worth being frightened over, but here no.
Do have a question, DM.
Yeah.
Would I have been this? Because I never selected which spell I prepared, but I know which one I would have, depending on this question. Would I have been able to prepare a spell after they told us that there was a devil in the city, or was that? I don't quite know how it
They
works.
told
I've
us
never
that
been-
last
They
night.
told you in the morning.
Did
Or no,
they?
they did tell you about fiends, so yes. You did know that there was some kind of devilish a potential devilish presence.
Would I have known that it was in the city and we were going to go look for it, or would that have been
It was
information?
implied. It was implied, yeah.
Okay, cool. In that case, I think the spell I would, because I had 2 spells and I'm like, or I meant to ask this question earlier. I had 2 spells because I was gonna either take bless or detect good and evil.
All right.
But I realized that I don't know how this works. If it's like first thing you wake up in the morning, you prepare spells.
The idea is that you spend some time during your rest to prepare what spells you're going to be casting.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to keep that in mind from now on. But
Yeah.
so I would have prepared. Well, I would have prepared detect good and evil,
All right.
which I do actually want to cast right now.
You want to cast?
Josh,
Yes.
can I use my divine sense?
You can try.
Both doing
Alright.
similar things at the same time.
I don't know what he's doing. I'm just doing my own thing.
No, exactly.
Okay.
So do I? Let me see, because I think detect good and evil is the one I'm thinking about.
I've got the spell up here. It tells you, for the duration, you know where an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Or you know what type it is, as well as where it is located. Similarly, you know if it is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Is that divine sense or is that detect good or evil?
That's detect good or evil. That's
So
detect
basically
evil
the
and
exact
good.
same thing.
Oh,
Yeah, divine sense is basically a lesser version of the spell,
Cool.
because the spell has a duration and divine sense is instant, and
oh
divine
shoot! It
sense
has
also
a duration.
Yeah, you can hold that for a minute or something like
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas divine sense is just the one instant what's around me right now,
Okay.
and also has a shorter list of what it counts.
So, as you mutter the proper words and enact the right divine prospects that you've studied
I'll just
at some point
I'll
in your
just
life,
give some mutterings under my breath, just a little bit of.
divine sense, there it is. Awareness, powerful good rings out like heavenly music in your ears. To the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you. Okay. So, Sultan, there is nothing within 30 feet of you that reads true, but your eyes are open to the presence of outsiders.
Oh, yeah.
Jason, you reach out even further. You have a honed, it's magical somewhat in its nature, but you have a honed sense of awareness of the presence of great evil and great good. But you reach out and you feel nothing.
The stone in your pocket.
Now I need to specify something though, because it's very different, this sensation. It is not that nothing in this room has registered as a presence of great evil or a presence of great good, but as though your power has been halted.
Interesting.
Well, you just cast detect evil and good, right?
Yeah, I did. They were talking about it. They took me into a room and were talking a lot about it, the devil one. So
You got nothing?
No, we're good. We're safe for now.
Kozak instantly starts ritual casting detect magic.
Detect magic. Okay.
10 minutes later.
What's the range on detect magic again?
Detect magic. It's got to be like 30 feet or something, not very far.
It's usually 30 or 60 depending on the kind of spell.
Let's see. 30 feet.
30
I've
feet.
just had the dumbest idea.
Okay. Magic.
With everybody casting their spells, I'm also going to ritually cast Speak with Animals.
What are you going to talk to? The Kenku? Jeez.
No.
Okay.
The pig.
Everybody else is doing magic. I'll do it too.
So
Sadly, I can't do magic
you pick up
steps yet.
2
aside from
pings
Kali
of
Man.
magic.
Mm-hmm.
One is on this older fellow here. His loot is magical.
Okay.
On the second one is this fellow here. He seems to have a medallion.
What school of magic is the medallion reading as?
Medallion reads as divination.
Okay.
So he kind of gets up. Like, bye, Runa. She's like, farewell. Give me a moment. Gotta find his name. She says, which one was he? That one. Yeah. Okay, I grabbed the right one. Farewell, Banner.
And with that, I'm gonna roll a charisma save because I have no way to actually.
And we are past our end time for the session, so I'm gonna call it there.
All right.
Can I just say that I bolt
cool.
after him? I rolled a 0. I did something drastic.
We'll pick up there
something's
next
wrong.
time as
You can bolt after him next time.
somebody starts to make a possible mistake in life.
Possible? Nay. Is. We'll see if I remember next week.
No.
I'm just gonna hope and pray I forget.
Okay. Yeah. Unless we wanted to go later, any other night I would have gone. But one,
Thanksgiving Eve.
it's good to stick with pattern. It is the night before Thanksgiving, and for my family, we are doing pie night, and I don't want to delay it any longer.
Well, thank you for delaying it for us. Very much so, Josh.
We appreciate it.
We do. That was awesome.
Alright. I'm trying to get a hold of this voice changer better, but I still slip up on it so much.
There needs to be a way you can, like, make a hotkey for it or
Well,
something.
it
that's,
has a
like, on and off.
hotkey. It does have a hotkey. The problem is the hotkey doesn't work unless you're selected on the program.
That's ugly.
Yeah, it is kind of it's ugly. So I'm figuring this stuff out. But anyway, well that you returned. We had some funny antics.
I'm sorry, Tyler.
What? Why are you apologizing? That was great.
Because you beat your head against a wall and it made me feel terrible. Like something.
No, that was
So
No.
it's kinda flip-flop.
no, that was role playing. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was fun. Don't feel bad.
Brevin feels bad. Dion doesn't give a crap.
There we
No,
go.
Brevin, stop feeling bad. That was. I thought that was fun.
I don't like those 4. Why do they exist?
Well, it was one of 2 choices. And
Holy
I
cow!
I went with the second choice.
They arrived in the bar.
No. Just wanted to freak some of
We're
you
all
out.
so dead.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So,
I phased the
the
roll.
VOD will be going on YouTube. I will try and have a link to my YouTube on this channel as well later, because I realize there's like little to no way to figure out how to find these things. Thank you for joining us, those of you who did.
There were a couple of people. I'm surprised,
Yeah,
but also pleasantly surprised.
it's a very nice, pleasant surprise. We're always happy to see you, and as
love you
usual, we play on Wednesdays from 7 to 9 Mountain Standard Time, or is it Standard Mountain Time?
Mountain Standard, you're right.
I can
You're
never
right the first
remember.
time.
I was right the first time.
No
Okay.
difference. It's just
That's
what it's called.
Go ahead and join us again. This is going to be interesting, guys. I like the fact that I can put on the tags both good characters and evil characters, and I'm not even sure which ones are which at this point.
We'll figure out soon enough, because someone's about to run someone down in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
We'll see if somebody dies next week, I guess.
The guards will be so happy.
I'm a straight up end up Kali-mying this fetcher, so I need to come up with better words.
In the middle of the street.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I was
rolled a
gonna,
0.
was-
No.
I was gonna go over to Diyun and be like, you gotta follow that guy subtly.
I was planning on it, but I figured, you know what? I'm bad at acting out, having crappy charisma, because I like to think I at least have like average charisma as a person.
Yeah.
So I figured, you know what? Let's let the dice decide, and I'll go from there. And it was a 0. Like, well, I have no chill.
The dice gods have spoken.
Yeah, I was like,
Ah.
there's my normal rolling of crap. This is why I normally play rogues, folks. Oh, sorry, we're gonna let Josh
It
finish
This
was,
off.
was a self-imposed
I
roll.
was just saying, I've already said thank you for joining the stream, and thank you for playing my lovely players. It's going to be interesting. I will say, your character could die tomorrow, as long as most of the party survives, or a party member survives, the story can continue. So keep that in mind with both your characters and with your choices. I am making changes to some monsters, as I was saying to Rainbow Hand Soap. Some of the monsters. We've got a
fine,
5th viewer just as we're ending the stream.
Sad.
Oh, you need
sorry,
new
buddy.
join. I was just saying that we are ending the stream. If you want to catch us next time, you'll be able to catch us on Wednesdays from 7 to 9 Mountain Standard Time. I will be uploading VODs to my YouTube channel, though. I've got the first 2 sessions up already. This one will probably be going up Friday or Saturday night. My computer doesn't like upload time, so sometimes I start one night and I have to finish it the next morning.
As a little
To
parting
remove
gift for
the
the
time
stream.
zone part of that time, 2 hours ago to now.
Yeah, 2 hours ago to now.
Boom roasted.
Unholy.
Anyway,
All right.
Much easier to convert to local time zones.
I'm going to give it just a little breathe time, and then I will end the stream. That way everything gets out there, and then we'll be done.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye, bye.
Bye, guys.